Akin goes to school. Chapter 7. Akin goes deaf. After 3 days of high fever, Akin's body broke out in a rash. His eyes were sore and red, and he had nasty spots in his mouth. Despite the balm the herbalist put on his rash, he scratched the spots continuously, for they itched terribly. Soon, Farmer Shegun sent for other herbalists, spending nearly all the balance of his savings, but none of their medicine seemed to have any effect. Farmer Shegun was beside himself with worry. Behind his stern exterior, there was a man who loved Akin passionately, for he was, after all, his first son. Farmer Shegun even sent for Babalawo, that is the diviner, who advised him to sacrifice a white cock to appease Shopono, the god of smallpox. But still, there was no change in Akin's condition. Akin had been healed for 2 weeks now. It was a Wednesday afternoon when Farmer Shegun came back from his farm. He went into Akin's room to ask him how he felt. Though the boy was awake, he did not answer. Farmer Shegun repeated the question, but Akin did not seem to hear him. With a frightened look on his face, Farmer Shegun clapped his hand loudly next to Akin's right ear. Akin still did not respond. Laughing, "Oh, God of my ancestor, my child is deaf. Why have you done this to me? What have I done to deserve such a fate?" Throughout the night, Mama Akin wept for her son. There was nothing Farmer Shegun could do to comfort her. He himself could not sleep for worry. In the morning, he did not go to his farm, but instead waited for Mr. Komolafe to arrive on his tour of inspection of the village. Maybe he could know what to do. Mr. Komolafe arrived late that morning and was surprised to see Farmer Shegun waiting on the road at the entrance of his village with a deeply worried look on his face. After exchanging greetings, Mr. Komolafe asked Farmer Shegun what was troubling him. As soon as Farmer Shegun had told him, he went with him to Akin's room. He came out a few minutes later, grim-faced. "You should have sent for me before now. The boy is seriously ill. We must get him to the hospital at once. I will go off and call the doctor." And almost forgetting to say goodbye, he pedaled off furiously to offer. There he called the nursing superintendent, who took him on his motor bicycle to Fode, the nearest town with a hospital. Luckily, the doctor was in and agreed to send the hospital ambulance to Akoka to fetch Akin. In the afternoon, the ambulance arrived with Mr. Akin and the nursing superintendent. Akin was put on a stretcher and placed in the ambulance. Mama Akin insisted on going with him, carrying baby Titi Lola on her back and leaving Farmer Shegun to look after Ojo. The English doctor examined Akin at the hospital and told Mr. Komolafe and Mama Akin that he had a bad case of measles. Because he had not been treated straight away, he had gone deaf. "I must warn you," he explained to Mr. Komolafe, who interpreted what he said to Mama Akin, "that the boy may not recover his hearing. Only time will tell whether he will hear again." At this news, Mama Akin wailed loudly and had to be taken out of the ward because she was disturbing other patients. Meanwhile, the doctor continued, "Akin will have to stay here until he is cured of his measles. In 2 weeks' time, Akin had recovered and was well enough to go home. He still could not hear, but his eyes were now clear and cured, and the spots had gone from his body. At home, Akin mobbed around the house all day, frightened because he could not hear what people were saying, and not understanding why he could not hear them. No one could explain to him what had happened. Little Ojo spent a lot of his time with Akin, but Akin was bad-tempered and often made Ojo cry because he did not think people could hear him. He shouted whenever he spoke to them. Whenever Mr. Komolafe or Dele came in, they communicated through writing and he became cheerful then. A month had passed like this when one morning Akin rushed out of his room with a happy smile on his face, jumping up and down with joy in front of his mother, who was pounding yam. Mama, I think I can hear again. I can just hear the noise of your pounding," he cried out. Mama Akin rushed into the street to tell everyone the good news. That afternoon, when Mama Shegun came home, Mama Akin told him Akin's hearing was back. Farmer Shegun looked thoughtfully. Then he turned to Mama Akin and said, "You were right. This school business is not bad. Our own native doctors could not cure Akin, but these book doctors have. Perhaps this school business is good after all. I will now support his going to school. We must thank Mr. Komolafe and the doctor for everything."